in Portland and one's in Spokane. Two bros in two towns, catching up when we can. News, life, and culture, reminiscing days past. Like, subscribe, and share the Real for Life podcast. Real for Life. Good evening and welcome to the Real for Life podcast with Jesse and Joe. I think this is episode 31.
Getting up there.
Look at you. One martial arts class and you're backwards hat guy?
I've been backwards hat guy for a while.
I'm just saying. I'm looking at you now for a good 10 seconds. I feel like you're carrying yourself higher.
Oh, I'm sitting down literally.
Yeah, but your spirit's up here.
Yeah, Jesus.
Right here.
Yeah, I'm sick of being hurt all the time. That's like it's annoying. But
Yeah.
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 Fucking
So
exhausted.
I won't spill too much tea on you here, Joe. That's what the kids say now. Like when you're sharing secrets, you're spilling the tea.
Right.
But for the Real for Life listeners out there, I think a couple 100,000 by now. Joe's started doing a little bit of martial
Muay Thai.
arts. Okay, I wasn't going to disclose what kind or anything.
I'm not kicking boards.
Well, so here's the timeline, though. We start the podcast. Joe hears one episode of Joe Rogan. Joe enters Muay Thai.
That's not 100% accurate. My buddy's huge into it, and he convinced me, and I wanted to like do yoga or do something to be more flexible. But Katie wanted fucking yoga, so I said, fuck it, and I did this.
So, I'm a narcissist. We all know this.
No shit.
So if my best buddy's in Muay Thai, I'm literally driving down the road after the gym 2 days ago.
Yeah.
CrossFit. I do CrossFit. I'm contractually obligated to mention that.
And he was at one time a vegan and a Democrat.
Yeah. But so I'm driving home and I'm thinking like, I'm going to Google search, like I'm going to find a Muay Thai gym. It sounds awesome. I want to do it. And I was imagining the moment when I was going to like send you like a picture of it or like tell you that I was doing it.
And it doesn't exist.
And then immediately my explanation to you would be, I can't live in a world where you can kick my ass. I refuse to live in that world. Like, because we've never been in a fight.
You've never even been in a fight.
I know, but like we wrestled a couple times.
Yeah, that's about it.
You know, I
Greco
chicken winged you, but
bang your leg over the back of the couch and you cried like a little girl.
All right, so okay, this is way too. We're gonna spill some tea right now. So we've never fought each other, and we've never seen each other's junk.
No.
Okay, and I think that's one of the reasons our friendship works is because we assume we're about the same in both areas.
Yeah, but you outweigh me by like 50 pounds.
I don't want to live in all muscle. I don't want to live in a world where it's just a 60% chance that Joe can kick my ass. I can't do it. And now I feel like you got a head start.
A little bit.
Damn it. I feel like less of a man.
Above my head still. It's a little frustrating.
That's not good because you're only like 4'8". Boom. Joe's 1 inch shorter than me. But as we all know, it doesn't matter whether you win by an inch or in a mile. Winning is winning.
Yeah. Are you 5'10"?
I'm 5'9". But so I was talking about this at work the other day. One of the gals I work with is doing she's like thinking about doing the online dating thing.
Okay.
And so we were talking about how like everybody embellishes their fucking profile and all that.
Right.
I purposefully underdid mine. I'm a full 5'9", but I put 5'8", and I put like slightly overweight.
Gotcha.
Because you want to under promise, over deliver.
Right. Really small hands. Smell like cabbage.
Yeah. Yeah. Smell like cabbage. But yeah, wouldn't you rather show up and like, let's say this goes two ways. If you embellish your profile, you're going to get like a chick that's like a 9. But then you're going to show up and she's going to be like, this is not what I was promised.
Right.
Or you could under promise over deliver and you might only be dating a 7, but she's going to be really excited about you.
Right. Solid point.
Numbers at the end of the day.
I've never been on a dating site, and the last thing close to that was Craigslist. So
I may or may not have had some Craigslist interactions. Those are
it's just fish in a barrel.
Dude. Lot of apartment complexes.
Fuck.
I met my wife on Match.com. The only reason she went on a date with me is because, according to their algorithms, which by the way cannot be accurate, we were a 98% match.
Interesting. So your wife's Asian and good at math?
Yes. She's analytical. But then, shit, what was I going to say? There was a couple, 98%. Oh yeah, I was her first date off Match.com.
That's fucking weird.
I know. I
you're like,
I won the lottery.
My 100th.
Well, it carried the 2, maybe a little higher. So anyway, yeah, we dated for a few weeks and I was like, hey, do you want to like go on some other dates? Like, make sure. And her response is exactly what you think it would be. It was like, nah, you're okay.
Yeah, you'll do.
You'll do. That's why she's awesome. She's content. So, did you bring a list this week, sir?
I have nothing.
Are you telling me this episode gets to be all about me? I'm getting really excited. Yeah, that's a good episode right there. You know what? The first one kind of goes with you because you drink more than me because I'm not very good at it. By the way, I went to Pre-Funk for the show, right? Like I had a couple beers, we went to pizza. I come home, I go to start the podcast. There's no beer in my fridge. I have no beer.
We had a date night,
and
then we're headed home. And then Tits McGee was at the bar, so we went to Bigfoot. And we were there until
big stuff in that room.
We fucking closed. Then went back to Hop. We got home at like 3:30.
Oh.
Yeah. So the thought of having a beer right now just is no.
Well, I got me a nice boba tea.
I've never had a boba.
Because, Happy Valley.
You like balls slamming into the back of your throat?
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha.
Actually, today I got coconut lychee. Yeah. No, that was one of my subjects, actually, because I was thinking about that weekend we had in Vegas a couple weekends ago. And I was just reminiscing on what a beautiful endeavor it is to say, I'm getting drunk tonight.
This is my goal.
Well, no, and here's why it's beautiful. Because you know how you're going to feel the next day. You know that you're going to feel like shit and your entire next day is going to be terrible. But you're willingly taking the action to say, yeah, I'm good with that. We're going for it tonight.
Yeah.
And you just get drunk. Like it's kind of a beautiful thing.
A couple weeks ago at Pool League, it was like my birthday weekend.
Mm-hmm.
And I shot first, which I never shot.
That's how, by the way, that's how I know you're not a chick. Because he didn't say it's my birthday week.
I try to play that off with my wife. Anywho, so I shot first and I just sat down and had a beer. And then they're like, you want to keep score? I'm like, nope, I'm going to sit here and drink.
Nice.
Like, okay. And I did. And it was amazing.
Yeah, you probably play better when you're not keeping score, too.
Well, you alternate keeping score.
Okay. Oh, you just mean the person who actually keeps score. The game is being scored no matter what.
By the team.
Okay, we're on the same page.
Like 5 people play, and then between each of those 5, we alternate who keeps score for which match.
Right, but you don't want to have to actually be engaged. So you don't want to keep score.
Well, yeah, it's a pain in the ass, but I make everybody do it because it's fair.
Okay.
I think you're totally lost on this. I can
Backwards
see
hat.
the deer in the
Backwards
headlight. Okay.
So I wrote this next subject down the day after our last podcast, and I've been dying to get your opinion on this ever since.
Okay.
All right. I'm not going to say what happened that made me think about this, okay? But it does not involve my immediate family. So here's the scenario. Your son brings home a girlfriend. They have dinner, holiday, whatever. And she's hideous.
It wouldn't happen.
Do you tell him? Do you not tell him? Do you see that as a reflection on you?
Because
your sons are getting to the age where they're going to bring a girl home for a holiday meal or something. And if it's an Uggo, how do you handle that?
I would tell him.
Okay.
Like, you got to like raise your standards a little bit, bro.
Yeah. Realize your self-worth. Right.
He did. I shouldn't tell that story. Never mind.
Yeah. Don't get too close to home. There was I can't even remember. It might even have been a movie, but it just made me think like both of us have sons. They're going to bring home a girl at some point. And if my son brought home a hot chick, I would be more proud of him for that than like graduating valedictorian. Like,
that's pretty fucked up.
No, let's be truthful about what's more important.
What happens when they bring home like somebody with like a half-shaved head and purple hair?
So that's pretty much the tree I was barking down there.
That I'd point out instantly.
That too.
Yeah.
But no. Don't get me wrong. If hot is hot, even if they are a
thing,
a creature. Like, yeah. If they just got back from a trans rights rally and they have pink and blue hair, they can still be hot.
I mean, very rare.
But yeah, if that day comes, I'm gonna be a little bummed right in here.
It will come. You gotta bang some fatties.
You gotta what?
Bang some fatties.
Yeah, but you don't bring them home, Joe.
That is true. That is.
Me and you had plenty of scenarios where we but you're not bringing them home to family.
Right. So I don't know if you've ever seen this purple hair girl.
Is this a real person that you know?
No.
Oh, great example right there.
Right. Like,
yeah. I definitely don't want to have a conversation with her about politics.
No.
Hot is hot.
Yeah.
Anyway,
she's on top.
It's the same every time. Like the subjects that I think we're gonna rant about for 20 minutes land totally flat.
Yeah, it's because it's your topics.
And then it might be. Speaking of which,
I might have written some down. I don't even fucking know.
Any guesses on what my next topic has to do with when we're talking about bad topics?
What?
What's the show, Joe? Farmer wants a wife.
Oh, God, dude, let it go.
No. I wrote it down because I was wondering, like, if you were to do a spin-off show, like if you, Joe, wanted to create a dating show for TV,
You know,
What
you're
would
actually
your
a
angle
really
be?
good husband because you watch all this shit with your wife and enjoy it.
Dude, I like dating shows. Now, keep in mind, we're only, and honestly, the real reason I like the Farmer Wants a Wife show, and this is totally cheesy, is because unlike all the other dating shows, Love Island, Love is Blind, blah, 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 blah. Every contestant in this, when they ask them like what they're looking for, they say, I want to get married and I want to have kids and I want to be a great like wife.
Okay.
Like there's a few of them that like are obviously very accomplished and have great jobs and all that. But they're not like, well, I'm really independent and I'm chasing my dreams and I need somebody like it's not like me, 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 me. All the contestants are like we. It's
Okay.
just more like traditional wholesome values.
That's what you watch it for.
Yes, I like to see an old style, like traditional. I want to be a providing husband and a good dad, and I want to be a good mom. Like, when in dating shows do people talk about like how big of a family do you want?
I mean, I don't watch fucking dating shows, so
I know, but all the other shows would be like, what's your favorite position? It's just
I
different.
did see a funny clip though of a dating show, and it was like the guy had to take the mom out on the date.
Ooh.
So like you take out like 5 moms, and then you pick the girl off the mom.
Do you get to see what the girl looks like?
No. So they all get out of the limo at the end, and they're like, "This is my beautiful daughter," blah blah blah. And the first 4 are like 9 pluses. And the one he chose was a fucking ogre, and you're just and his face is just like fuck.
Oh man,
It's hilarious.
that is good. Let's see. Oh yeah, so my thing was like, if you were to do a dating show, and my example would be like, Bro Wants a Hoe.
Yeah.
Terrible title, but like just like a typical 9 to 5 bro.
Yeah, but that sounds
a
like
terrible
more
idea
like
for dating
Hit My
show.
Ride. Like kind of budget.
So, what's your stance on tramp stamps? Terrible jokes. I'm not good at doing this podcasting thing without any beer.
Yeah, I almost was like, we can wait another day because there's no way I
It's
can
not
drink.
the same. I just wanted to talk to you.
It's been a minute.
Dude, I fucking raged on this movie last week for some reason. I saw a clip on YouTube. And the subject is all the TV shows we watched when we were young and all the movies, they had the wrong guy as the bad guy.
Right.
So like classic example, when the good guy is really the bad guy. So like Zach Morris from Saved by the Bell.
I didn't really watch that show.
He's a fucking garbage human being. And he just does very terrible things in that show, but he's still like the main character, like Golden Child.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
The other example would be Karate Kid, Danny LaRusso. He was the bad guy in that movie.
Yeah, like
he moved in on another guy's girl.
Yeah.
He was the first one to be physically violent.
And then was the antagonist the whole time.
He was the antagonist the entire movie.
Right.
And I'm sorry, but according to HHA rules in the 1984 All Valley Karate Championship, there's no crane kicks, bro. That's an illegal move.
Yeah.
No. But the one that was really in my craw was Iron Eagle. I've never looked at the movie Iron Eagle through the lens of, is that guy really the good guy? And the opening scene proves he's not.
I haven't seen that movie since like the 80s.
That's when it came out. So Iron Eagle is about a bunch of ragtag kids who live on an Air Force base. They're military brats, right? And Danny Masters, the main character, his dad is an ace pilot, and he gets shot down, and he's being held in some Middle Eastern prison, right?
Okay.
So these high school kids somehow convince another Air Force pilot, Cappy, to let them train in multi-million-dollar fighter jets so that they can ignore the United States government and go try to hostilely save his father in some country in the Middle East. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So the opening scene of the movie, I think it's Danny Masters. I can't remember. But anyway, so the good guy character is like supposedly getting crap from this other guy, and so he challenges him to a race. Okay. Now the race is through this dangerous mountain range, but here's the deal.
What are they racing?
Pardon me?
Motorcycles?
Yes. So the main character, the poor guy getting picked on, has a fucking plane. He's in high school and he has his own Cessna. And the kid that's quote unquote bullying him is on a dirt bike. So it's literally a race between a dirt bike and a fucking airplane.
Seems fair.
It's a whole metaphor of this. So the kid with the dirt bike, obviously his dad is an enlisted person.
Oh,
right?
Yeah.
And they're still cueing him as the bully when this Danny kid, his dad is a full bird colonel pilot. And he's got, again, his own fucking plane. And he's a senior in high school. So anyway, he convinces Cappy that they're going to save his dad and takes multiple training missions in an F-16 using thousands of dollars of fuel and dropping munitions. How do you get clearance to do that? It's a lot of money.
Now I'm going to have to watch this movie.
Not to mention, for them to fly to this country in the Middle East in an F-16, that is multiple refuels.
Yeah, you're not making it.
Yeah, so the whole government has to be in on this. This is the biggest, like, what's it called? Seditionary Act. Anyway, they're disregarding U.S. law.
Mm-hmm.
Multiple refueling planes, everything else. And then the coolest part of the movie is, of course, Danny is motivated by modern rock and roll music. So when Cappy gets shot down, he plays the tape that Cappy gave him. Says, if something happens to me, I want you to listen to this, Danny. Danny, if you're hearing this, I've been shot down. And you need to get through this on your own. I think you need to be yourself. Play that rock and roll music that you like so much. I'll see you on the other side. It's the cheesiest fucking thing ever.
Well, when was the last time you watched Footloose?
Probably a couple years.
Yeah, dude, like just the fact like every single neighbor hates Kevin Bacon because he dances. It's like,
what kind of guy goes to a new town and says, when do we get a dance?
And the whole scene, like he gets pissed off, and so he like fight dances in the woods.
What, you've never done that?
Oh yeah, all the time. It is
You've never danced out your rage in the middle of the woods?
Nope.
Perfect gymnastic form?
Terrible. Let's see. Iron Eagle. Yep. And that kid's like 40.
Yeah. That dude had a pretty good acting career. Once again, I think it's so funny that he has his own plane and access to fighter jets as a high school kid.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna have to watch it. I wanted to watch fucking Rambo, the one where he's in the Middle East. I haven't seen that.
I don't know if I know that one. I know the one where he went to, I think, Cambodia, and just
it's Vietnam.
Wait, it was Vietnam he went to?
Yeah.
With the Christian mercenaries who were like, I'm sure they're good people.
Oh, the newer one. And then he
Yes.
just like mows people in half.
Dude, that movie was so good. I don't even remember the plot, but the blood during the shit, like that was the most violent.
It's definitely probably the better Rambo. So the
Whoever
one
was in charge of like the blood and the guts and all that, they should have got a fucking Oscar. They should have an Oscar for that.
yeah. I can't believe you're drinking that.
Yeah. It's pretty good. It's pina colada. Coconut lychee. All right. The good guy. The only other one my last one, this might be a short podcast. Is Bromance in the Wild.
I feel like you have a lot of these interactions.
I do. I just had another one tonight.
Jesus Christ. It's because you're like the only person that dresses like that in Portland. And so when you see another human like you, you're like, hey.
I'm just okay talking to people. And it always weirds Tana out. But like, so we're at the ice cream shop, and there's this older, I want to say older, they're probably like 7 to 10 years older.
Okay.
Us, right? Full on gray hair. And the dude's wearing an Alaskan bush plane hoodie. And I just got done watching this show on YouTube where they go to Alaska, and they're in these awesome Alaskan bush planes, which are, it's basically like a Cessna with like a really fucking powerful engine and 35-inch mud tires. Okay. Because these planes can take off. They only need like 20 yards of runway because their power to weight ratio is insane. And they have huge wings. But they're landing and they're taking off in like snow, mud, sand, and literally anywhere in Alaska, they can land these things and take off.
Is this another reality show?
No, I think it was like an overland show. Anyway, the point is they're like super cool planes. They're like the hot rods of the Cessna world. So I just told the guy, like, as we were getting ready to go, I was like, hey, dude, that's a cool hoodie. I just got done watching this show, blah, 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 blah. And he's like, yeah, I'm building one right now. Thanks. I was like, oh, crap. He's like, yeah, I got probably about 3,000 hours left till it's done.
3,000 hours?
Yeah. Do these things are like super dialed. Everything on them is like, it's just fucking immaculate. Anyway,
I don't have that much commitment to do anything.
I know. Yeah, they're a work of art. But anyway, so this guy, he was just, whatever. The point is I was telling Tana about it when we left because she's like, why do you do that? And I'm like, I made that guy's night.
Yeah.
Yeah, super stoked to talk about his plane that he's building, blah, 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 blah. Anyway, I just like stuff like that. It's a cool way to make friends.
So Burns bought me the dude hoodie, not hoodie, sorry, sweater. The Big Lebowski for my birthday.
Yeah, the Pendleton poncho?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I looked up how much it was. I was like, holy shit. Like, they're not cheap.
Yeah, the real one's about $340.
Yeah. And
I got Steve the Amazon version for Christmas. Yeah.
So we're at Twigs Friday night, and this dude sits down across from us, and he's wearing the gray version.
Nice.
So naturally, like you would do, I went up to him and was like, sweet fucking sweater. And then we had a conversation about sweaters, and he owns all of them. I was like, holy shit.
Nice.
Yeah, my wife bought me one, and I just got the rest. I'm like, damn, that's it. It's fucking comfortable.
Yeah. But that's how you make friends.
Yeah.
That's she doesn't have more friends.
Girls, if my wife could lock herself in our house and never talk to anybody, that would be her dream.
Yeah, same here.
It's like insane.
Yeah.
Her friends will text us in a group text just so I will respond. She will never text back.
Yeah, that's the way that's the way mine is too. Like there's just no effort there because none of them want to be the first one to reach out.
Right.
And so they just don't communicate. And then nothing social ever happens unless we hook it up.
Right.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
yeah. Like I took Katie to the fights, her nephew was fighting in a cage fight. So I got tickets. And so I invited her friend to come with us. And she's like,
now you're really into going to cage fights?
So this the dude that was fighting my nephew-in-law, fights at my gym. I'm like, well, he's fighting my nephew, so I'm like, you kind of have to go to that.
Oh yeah,
yeah. So fuck you.
Was your hat backwards?
She wouldn't let me wear my cowboy hat, Jesse. I was a little upset about it.
Oh, that would have been
she's like
alpha move,
right? And she did not see that. She's like, absolutely not. I'm like, we're going to a cage fight. I'm wearing the cowboy hat, and she was like, no.
Yes, you are. You look fucking great in a cowboy hat. I would think she'd want you to wear that every day.
Doesn't let it happen.
Yeah, your face is built for a cowboy hat. This is bullshit.
And then she was giving me shit. She's like, whenever you dress nicely, you always wear your cowboy boots. I'm like, yeah, because I'm taller.
And because we live in the country, I'm allowed.
Well, right. But like, that's why I do it. Because that's why dudes wear cowboy boots. It's automatic fucking 1.5 inches.
Yep.
You ever seen Tom Cruise not in cowboy boots?
Yeah.
All right. Well, shortest podcast ever.
No, we got one more. I forgot.
Oh.
We got an email from a listener. Same one as last time. But if any of the listeners have a subject they want us to talk about, or just a general review of the show, good or bad, we'll read it. You can email us at real4lifepodcast@gmail.com. That's real, the number 4, life, podcast@gmail.com. Back to the show. So this person wrote, "What's my mothering fucking name? Song, Ask Joe."
Oh, so, ooh, yay. Now you can make fun of me.
Uh-oh. Are they there?
Milkshake.
Is that Chick-fil-A milkshake?
No. I don't know what it is. What brand is this?
Is it Arby's Jamocha? That's the best shake out there.
Jack in the Box.
Oh, we don't have any more Jack in the Box over here.
Okay, so I'm going to play you the beginning of the song, and I know it breaks the rules, but I'm only going to play like the first couple notes because you'll know what fucking song it is.
All right.
And I never knew what the fuck J-Lo was saying my entire life. And like Katie had to explain it to me. And even when it was being explained to me, I still wasn't getting it. And yeah, it fucking.
Who sings it?
Ja Rule.
Oh, that's gonna make a Jennifer Lopez joke.
Let's see. Now I gotta remember what the fucking name of the song is.
Have you seen that episode of South Park, the Jennifer Lopez episode?
Oh yeah, Taco Flavor Kisses.
Taco Flavor Kisses for my Ben. Taco burrito. Make a lot of money with my taco kissy honey.
What song is it? Oh, here we are. Ready?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What does she say?
I got shoot. Man,
I mean, she literally just said it. So what did she say? He goes, "What's my motherfucking name?" And then she says something, and I can never figure out what she said. You want me to play it again?
It's just a little bit of it, yeah. Like into the song a bit.
No. You have to hear that line specifically. Okay. Is the one I don't understand.
You got to put it right on the mic, and you know the songs have the lyrics. I don't know what she says.
Yeah, I didn't either. She's saying Rule. His fucking name. She's spelling out rule.
Oh, that's lazy.
I'm like, how did I never know that? Because even Katie was like, she's saying Rule. And I'm like, yeah, who the fuck's Ellie? Like, I was like, I'm not getting it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, last weekend for Mother's Day, we watched blah, 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 blah. What to Expect When You're Expecting. One of my favorite movies.
Give me Cliff Notes.
So there's a bunch of couples and they're all having kids or whatever. You haven't seen it?
I don't know.
Cameron Diaz is like a fitness person and she's on a Dancing with the Stars thing and gets pregnant by her dance instructor. Anna Kendrick is like a hip young chick that owns a cheese food truck. And she gets impregnated by the dude who does the bacon food truck, who she also went to high school with, but he stood her up at the prom.
Okay. Nope, never seen.
And then the girl from Zack and Miri Make a Porno has been trying to get pregnant forever, and she finally gets pregnant by her dentist husband. But the dentist husband's dad is basically Dale Earnhardt. He's like a NASCAR racing legend, and he's got a new like 25-year-old wife, and at the same time he gets her pregnant, and they get twins. And then J-Lo and her husband can't have kids, so they adopt a kid from Sudan.
So what's the
Is that
point
a good synopsis or not?
Jesus Christ. How many times have you seen this fucking movie?
It's a great movie. My point is she was saying that J-Lo, she didn't really like her. And I was like, I think she was a better actress than a singer. I mean, some of her songs are good, but I honestly think she's pretty good.
She's an actress. Yeah.
I mean, that movie, like Limitless or whatever, where she kicks her ex-husband's ass.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's called Enough.
Yeah.
It was viable.
Yeah. No, I think she's a good actress. She ain't ugly either, so.
She's got this movie on Prime. I think it's on Prime. It's Prime or Netflix. It's with Luke Wilson. Wow. Where she's basically herself in the movie. She's like a famous pop star who's been married like 6 times. And so finally she gets stood up at this concert where they're supposed to have their wedding because she's dating this like, she's engaged to this big like Enrique Iglesias motherfucker.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, she finds out during the concert / wedding that he cheated on her. So she just marries a random dude in the crowd, which happens to be, Owen Wilson. He's there with his daughter and he's divorced.
What the fuck kind of movie is this?
It's called Marry Me. So she's like, I'm here tonight. I'm getting married no matter what. Who wants to marry me? And then she chooses him.
Interesting.
And hilarity ensues. It's actually a pretty fucking good watch. I'm not going to lie. The only thing that ruins it is Owen Wilson. Because in his old age, he basically looks like Ellen.
Yeah.
Like he's got some man boobs going on. And he's kind of effeminate looking. Not saying there's anything wrong with it, but I don't see J-Lo getting with that.
Yeah. The hair's not working.
I know.
A lot of denim.
It worked for him when he was young, but you can't do that when you're old. It just looks weird.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, that's all I got. Yeah, I didn't know she was saying that either. I'm going to go back. I'm going to listen to that song tomorrow on my way to work.
All right. I'll shoot you a link.
Cool.
I'm watching Home Improvement.
Dude, we're doing the same thing.
Oh, yeah. We're on like almost the 3rd season.
Sweet. We just got into the 5th season because we watched all of Last Man Standing.
Oh,
you've seen that, right?
Yeah.
And we liked that. We were looking for another, like, basically like we've got a half hour before we're going to bed. Let's watch an episode kind of thing.
Right.
And so now we're doing Tool Time. And we just started season 5. It totally holds up.
Yeah. And it's funny because you're watching it as an adult and you miss all the sexual humor.
And the jokes that they were allowed to get away with.
Right.
Yeah. I'm just not looking forward to the later seasons.
Where the
Because,
kid
like,
goth.
yeah, because a young kid goes goth. It's super weird.
Yeah.
And also because, like, the oldest kid, Brad, is like a total deviant.
Mhm.
And then Jonathan Taylor Thomas, the middle kid, I think basically just turns into Harry Sisson.
Into what?
He's like this super beta TikTok DNC Gen Z kid. He's very
On the
annoying
show or in real life?
in real life.
Oh,
But Jonathan Taylor Thomas basically turns into like he's like giving his dad crap because Binford Tools exploits labor or something like that.
oh, Jesus.
Ozone layer, Greenpeace, blah 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 blah. That's what the middle kid turns into.
Mhm. That's annoying.
But I'm gonna keep watching. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
Mhm.
All right. Well, I'm missing an episode.
All right. Have fun. Till next time. I already gave the email address earlier. Still looking for somebody to give us money.
Yeah, I don't know how that hasn't happened yet.
If you'd like to give money, send inquiries to the email at realforlifepodcast@gmail.com. Till next time, this is Jesse and Joe.
So yeah.
Yep, hold on. I'll edit this out.
Is it still recording?
Real for life.